My name is Kelsey with Lakota People's Law Project.
My name is Nima, also with the project.
And we're here to do a news roundup from the end of January till now and just kind of keep you up to speed in what's happening in the no DAPL fight. So in the early hours of February 1st, a group of water protectors made a significant treaty stand by establishing a camp comprised of 7 teepees west of the Ochedi-Shikoan camp. So for those of you that have been to camp, it's across from the main entrance of the Ochedi-Shikoan camp. This new camp was named Last Child Camp in an homage to Crazy Horse. Following this stand, a group of militarized police opened the barricade on Highway 1806 to send Humvees and riot equipment to disperse the campers. By the end of the day, in total, 76 water protectors were placed into custody, and this includes Indian Country Media Network journalist Jenny Monet, who was arrested while reporting on the action that day. The irony here that's keen to note is that the state of North Dakota and the Army Corps of Engineers have stated publicly over and over again that the barricade on Backwater Bridge is unsafe to carry any weight. Yet, they opened it for law enforcement officials to send armored vehicles through to raid Last Child Camp.
A week later, on February 8th, the easement needed to continue construction under Lake Oahe was granted by the Army Corps of Engineers under the Trump administration's executive actions, thus circumventing the completion of the environmental impact statement, and this is a reversal of the decision made last year to withhold an easement until alternative routes were explored and an environmental analysis completed. It is being widely reported that drilling is well underway, with an expectation of oil to be flowing through the pipeline in the late second quarter of this year. We believe that this reversal of the EIS process is an illegal and capricious overstep of Indigenous sovereignty and the law itself. Material conditions have not changed on the ground. The only thing that has changed is the President of the United States. So therefore, this is an obviously political move. And, as we know, the purity of water is not a partisan issue. What is necessary and what is legal are not based on political opinions of the President, and that is why we continue fighting.
The same day of that easement approval, President Trump stated that he hasn't received as much as one phone call in opposition to the Dakota Access Pipeline. This might be because, for quite some time now, the comment line to the White House has been closed. We made a video about this with our tribal liaison, Madonna Thunderhawk, where she calls the White House, and you can view that now on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel at youtube.com/LakotaLaw.
This week, on Wednesday, the Army Corps of Engineers moved the barricade closer to the Ochedi-Shikoan camp and had the governor and representatives from the Corps tour the camp to do an assessment. This is in preparation of the February 22nd eviction date that has been set by the Corps. There's not been an escalation of force, but water protectors have asked that the date be extended beyond the 22nd so that campers may continue to help with the cleanup process. After the 22nd, no one outside the official cleanup crew will be admitted into the camp.
The Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe were in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday for a federal hearing over the motion for a temporary restraining order against the Dakota Access Pipeline and its crossing under Lake Oahe. LPLP was on the scene in Washington, D.C. this week with leadership from Cheyenne River, Oglala Sioux, and Rosebud Sioux tribes. You can watch the live streams on our Facebook and again on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/LakotaLaw. Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe, as the intervener plaintiff in the case, added a religious freedom component calling on the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, arguing that their theology relies on the sacred water of the Missouri River and that any contamination thereof would intervene in their practice.
Judge Boasberg ruled against the temporary restraining order, saying, "As long as oil isn't flowing through the pipeline, there's no imminent harm to the Cheyenne River and Standing Rock Sioux tribes. What is important to note is that the creation of a pipeline, oil flowing through it or not, is in direct violation of the sovereignty of the 7 Ochedi-Shikoan Council fires. It exposes a monumental threat to the life and well-being of the indigenous people who rely on the Missouri River for their drinking water, and the rest of the 17 million people downriver."
To quote our lead attorney, Chase Ironeyes, a prominent activist in this fight, quote, "We're disappointed with today's ruling denying a temporary restraining order against the Dakota Access Pipeline, but we are not surprised."
On February 27th, there will be a hearing in regards to this preliminary injunction.
And yesterday, back in Standing Rock, in a shocking display of authority from the Standing Rock Agency and the BIA, LaDonna Braveville Allard, a leader of the Sacred Stone Camp and landowner there, was issued a 10-day eviction notice on the grounds that the Standing Rock Sioux tribe owns 66.67% of the land allotment that houses Sacred Stone. And they claim that they have not been given the authority by the Standing Rock Agency or the BIA for third-party occupation of the land. We will post photos of the eviction notice in the comments below and provide you updates on this issue as they happen. LPLP is currently conducting legal research to protect the rights of those who wish to remain camped in North Dakota in protest of DAPL and in affirmation of treaties of the Great Sioux Nation.
In a positive turn of events, cities and tribes across the country are taking continued action to divest from banks that fund DAPL. Notably, the city of Seattle has divested $3 billion from Wells Fargo and is looking to divest another $2.5 billion from the city's pension fund. Davis in California has followed suit in voting 5-0 to find another credit union or bank other than Wells Fargo in a similar manner of support. Lastly, Pope Francis weighed in on the Dakota Access Pipeline this week, saying that the right to prior and informed consent is paramount when planning economic activities which may interfere with indigenous cultures and their ancestral relationships to the earth.
And that's for our news roundup this week. We will continue providing live streams with updates from on the ground and here in our office. So please continue to support us in any way that you can. Like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We are Lakota People's Law Project, and thanks so much for your support.